In the narcissistic family system, there are certain roles the narcissist chooses. It's almost like a movie that they all play out the same way. So there's always either the matriarch or the patriarch, which is the narcissist, right? It can be an overt narcissist that controls using aggression, intimidation, and a sense of entitlement. But it could also be a covert narcissist, sometimes that uses their partner to do their dirty work, so to speak, and they kind of hide behind a covert in a covert way, or they're emotionally abusive in the form of "I'm helping you." And so that can be harder to spot that type of a parent that's like that. But regardless, whether it's an overt or a covert narcissist, the underlying main thing that's happening is control. There's this sense of control over thoughts, feelings, behaviors, achievements that takes place in the family. So that's a narcissist. Now, yes, there can be an overt narcissist with a covert narcissist together, but we're not going to focus on that situation. We're going to really focus on the fact that oftentimes a narcissist will pair up with a codependent that can enable the narcissist behavior. And I want to stress that a codependent with a narcissist is usually a person stuck in a fawn trauma response. They're usually a scapegoated child, now adult, and they haven't realized that they didn't know about those dynamics. That was normal. And so, in these roles that we get stuck in, when we don't know about them, we can accidentally find ourselves in relationships that are similar. Okay, just to throw that out there. Then obviously the children come along. Let's say there's one child. If there's only one child, the spouse is not only the codependent stuck in a fawn trauma response, but also plays the role of scapegoat. And the child is the golden child. And that golden child is kind of like the narcissist viewing everything they wish they were, they put into that child and they live kind of through that child. But even if that child isn't treated the same way as the scapegoat, it's still abusive because that child is not accepted for being their authentic self. That child is accepted for making that parent look good. Then obviously, if another child comes along, there's the scapegoated child, which is the opposite of the golden child, where the golden child can do no wrong, the scapegoat can do no right. So this is like the black sheep of the family. They're also the one that is expected to carry the shame of the family. And it's the one where the narcissist, everything they hate about themselves gets projected into that scapegoated child. And there are a couple of others. So if there are more children that come along, there can be the invisible child where that child doesn't get anything. It's like complete emotional neglect from the parents. And oftentimes that child can get attached to a golden child or another child. And in the siblings, there could be a narcissistic and codependent relationship that's formed with an invisible child. And then the hero child, which is the one that becomes the adult in the family that's trying to hide the dysfunction in the family and trying to make evidence, like, see how perfect I am. This is evidence of perfect parenting, which is, again, the narcissist is causing that as well. That is not a normal family system. In a normal family system, the parents are all about helping your children to become healthy adults. In a narcissistic family system, it's all about the children reflecting the needs of the parent. It's in complete reverse. And I want to stress that because sometimes as adult children of narcissists, we can carry a lot of shame, sometimes blame, sometimes we're very hard on ourselves, but none of us chose those family dynamics. So we have to start realizing, like, if we're struggling, it's not because we were born defective, but rather our family system was defective. And we have to start really putting the blame where it belongs. We're going to go into the unspoken rules now. That here's the thing with narcissistic abuse, it's not always what they say. And this is why, as children, it can be so confusing. It's one thing if your parent says, I can't stand you. Well, an overt narcissist will. We'll talk about the covert really. Let's say a covert narcissist says, you're not allowed to be successful. Well, they don't say that. It's just that when you are successful, something bad happens. And so it's all of these unspoken things that cause subconscious beliefs to form. Hey guys, this video was a small excerpt taken from yesterday's live meeting on Zoom. Remember that if narcissistic family systems have created negative limiting beliefs that are affecting your adult life, remember to come check us out on Zoom, because that's what we do. This month we are upgrading our self-image so that we can break out of the role that we were forced into due to narcissistic family systems.